Coordinator's Handbook Chapter 2. September 18, 2020 by Anna von Reitz. Eligibility. Anyone born within the physical borders of an American state is eligible. Anyone born to an American parent or parents overseas may claim the birth state of their parent or choose between the parent's birth states, if both parents are Americans. People born in the District of Columbia or the Municipality of Washington, D.C., are, in effect, born in foreign countries and rely on one or both parents to establish their political status. Anyone who enters the country legally and who either 1. Goes through the formal naturalization process to become a U.S. citizen, or 2. Lives here 7 years on a green card without committing a felony or taking public assistance, may adopt a home state after establishing a home within its borders and living there at least a year and a day. These, then, are the four groups eligible to claim American state national or American state citizen status. Can people establish American state citizenship based on a grandparent? That depends on the situation, and especially on where the child is born and who has actual custody on a day-to-day basis. Children formally adopted by grandparents who are Americans are eligible to take the grandparents' name and nationality. Nationality is inherited as a birthright. It happens automatically the day you are born. In America, we inherit our nationality from our state. We are New Yorkers, Wisconsinites, Californians, and so on. People can change their nationality by many means, but it must be a conscious and voluntary and fully disclosed change to be valid. The standard of evidence needed to change from a birthright American state national to a municipal citizen of the United States was set on April 14, 1802, by 2 Statute at Large 153 Chapter 28, subsection 1. This remains the public law that pertains to Americans wishing to change their political status to that of municipal citizens of the United States. Unfortunately, most of us were misidentified as British territorial U.S. citizens shortly after we were born, and British territorial citizens are not protected by our public law, though they are protected by international law prohibiting the activities that have been promoted by the British territorial government on our shores. Specifically, they are violating the United Nations Convention Against Transnational Organized Crime and the Palermo Protocols by preying upon new mothers and coercing them to, without full disclosure, sign their babies over as wards of foreign state-of-state corporations. Trafficking in persons shall mean the recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring or receipt of persons, by means of the use or threat of force, or other forms of coercion, of abduction, of fraud, of deception, of the abuse of power, or of a position of vulnerability, or of the giving or receiving of payments or benefits to achieve the consent of a person having control over another person, for the purpose of exploitation. Exploitation shall include, at a minimum, the exploitation of the prostitution of others or other forms of sexual exploitation, forced labor or services, slavery or practices similar to slavery, servitude or the removal of organs. Both territorial citizenship obligations and municipal citizenship obligations must be rebutted, and the proper birthright political status must be declared and recorded before an American can return home, to where they always thought they were. Work is underway to force these issues into the public limelight, where they can be systematically addressed and refuted as criminal activities pursued on our shores by government contractors who, in fact, owe us good faith service. It is our clear mandate, will, and intention to shut these practices down and enforce the constitutional guarantees we are owed en masse. Until this is accomplished on a systemic level, we have developed a declaration process that allows each American to return home, one by one.